Hello, my beautiful spiritual warriors. I hope you all are out there having a wonderful time at the end of this year. When you receive this, it might be New Year's Eve, it might be New Year's, but I know you will receive it. How is it going out there in those spiritual streets? Huh? Let me know, let me know. Have you been enjoying these last couple of days? It's been stormy out here. Freezing cold. I think we hit like 19 degrees today. Probably a little lower than that. Freezing cold. Okay, but I am happy that you guys are here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me remind you that you are valued and much needed. Don't let no one tell you otherwise, all right? And happy holidays. All right. Today, guys, got some new decks in. I kind of tried them out. I did a little reading on myself. So I pulled out a couple of them. I don't know how long this reading will be, but it's for you. Thank you all to my subscribers. You guys rock to the fullest. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Leave your comments below. I love them. I love it. I love it. To all my newbies, welcome into the Garden 13. Welcome in. The message is definitely for you. It's for you. Yes, 1:44 on the clock. I told you. All right, so like I said, I got a couple of decks, and I want to see what's in the energy for you guys. I'm going to start off with my Modern Life deck here. It's an oracle deck. And let's see. Ancestors from the moon, ancestors from the sun, we call on you to let us hear, feel, and see what we have in our message. As above, so below. I rebuke all unconscious agreements to serving kings and unfractured timelines. I serve the source, our great mother, and no other source shall pass here. All right, no other frequency shall pass. We have the influencer wannabe. So it looks like someone wants to be an influencer. Someone is faking it, wanting to be, or is seen as a wannabe. We have Zoom meeting survivor. So it looks like there's someone at a desk. There's someone who is trying. You could be possibly trying out to become an influencer on a computer, sitting at a desk. It's like you've been putting all your time in, and it has not been showing you any accuracy. I feel like, yeah, it hasn't probably showed you any type of. It hasn't been giving out what you've been showing. I almost feel like you've been feeling somebody's been feeling a little down about it. You probably are feeling a little down because you're trying to transition your work life into to being an influencer, and it hasn't been paying out right. Or someone, it's definitely speaking like that. I also feel like there's someone in someone's life. Somebody has you in someone's life here, where they're calling you a wannabe. They see you as an influencer. They see you online. They see you doing things, trying to change some things around in your life. And maybe they're laughing about it. They're joking about it for some people. We have the human charger. And they can keep on laughing because whatever you're doing, it's like you are charging some things up. Somebody's charging their mindset up here. changing their mindset, charging their mindset, being charged up. Like you could be feeling like being an influencer, it charges you up. This could be your safe place, you know. And you come from having a lot of meetings and having to show up every day and having to talk on Zoom and having to clock in and maybe do some homework here. But there's an instance of you like you're charged in both of them places. You're charged, or you're the charger. Ace of Cups. The Nine of Wands here. Somebody signifies strength. You used to standing in opposition, things being against you. You could have came from a lot of attacks. I almost feel like you have came from a lot of attacks, being bullied or making a bold move from transitioning from the desk to a traveler, an influencer. It can be. We have the Devil card. There's definitely like blindness here. You've been blind about your talent for some of you guys. Somebody's like in your area, in your space here, also like a pest, almost trying to pesticize what you're doing. And it's given like both sides. Someone's playing both sides. I'm feeling like someone's been very petty as well here. Somebody's been trying to slaughter your name as you because you've been taking boldly steps here. You've been taking boldly steps from trying to as well. For some of you, someone's been trying to transition their life here and trying to balance that out. And it's like you're moving and you want to be in your alignment. But there's people around you. There's people that's watching you transition. And it's like they're not okay with it. The Seven of Pentacles. You could be a young man, a young person here that loves to learn, leaning into their self here, looking for other meaningful things in life. What do that mean? Is that my charger? Do I need to charge something up? Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, guys. Let me fix this camera a little bit. I looked around. My screen was dark. I had to charge my computer back up. Alright. So we have the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Cups, and the Fool card. So you could be, I feel like there's people that around you that's been very negligence, you know, knowing, like trying to disturb your order here. And really like you can care less in a way. Like you're trying to get your surface together. And it hasn't entirely got together yet for someone. Like it's in action, it's in format, or you're trying to give it some type of life here. And you've been honoring your dreams or how you see things or the way you see things and not listening in how you were taught or what others has to say on how you want to live your life. Like you've been great at the things that you know you can be great. Also, you've already been great at some things that you have already accomplished in life. And you want to speed towards the things that make you happy. And in this Eight of Wands, it's like people are jealous of that. And they're trying to sting you or cause some type of quarrels in your life here. But you could bet your dollar that you're very ignited. What is that? You're very aligned and tuned, and you will succeed, and you're looking forward to succeed no matter what here. And others see you as like contradictory. They never know what you're going to do. Yeah, they never know what some of you are going to do. But it's giving me like you putting yourself first. You're giving in, and you're giving in to seeing what joy look like, seeing what happiness looks like. You know, not being a feast in a way. You get me? But providing the feast. And it took bravery for you to step away from some things. It took caution for you to step away into some things here. This can be, because this is the Seven of Pentacles. It's like money and business. Someone could be opening up their own business or started, like I said, online as a podcast, as an influencer, as a journalist, even as a writer, a blogger. I'm hearing here. But you're someone who wanted to persuade, or you've been persuading in your money area and trying to get that together. And it's like people don't know how you have you got anxiety over this, on trying to make your money, on trying to make something of yourself, make a name of yourself and get your name out there. King of Swords. Eight of Wands. You could be a woman, you could be a man, because I definitely got both energies out here. Someone may have reversed their frenziness or their friends of groups here. You probably be wavered that in some form of fashion, but I feel like you've been around a lot of toxicity, where people have been intoxicated. So you know a lot about secrets and service and serving others and villages and stuff like that. We are moving, where we are in that Lilith, that Page of Swords, that Lilith energy. Lilith is in retrograde. And you swiftly, for someone you swiftly walked away, and you're standing in your own authority. And while you're doing that, there's people that's spying on you. There's people that's watching you. There's people that has been tracking you and keeping track of your movements here. And these people know the quality that you bring in. These people know the energy that you feed here. These people know that whatever you put your mind to, you will make. It will work out. And I feel like you needed to just walk away. You needed to take time out for yourself. You need to choose yourself. Some of you already have, or some of you already will, or some of you will be. About that one. It's like there's someone moving into their own authority. It's like you've been overseeing that for a long time here. With this Page of Swords, you've been examining it yourself, as people have been examining that all along. I feel like someone had this talent all along. So you may have been doing this like through the years for someone, and things has been adding up. Like you've been taking courses and, learning more on technology, learning more on marketing, getting your marketing skills out there, learning more on, the value of $1 and how pick flicks can make you $1, how being an influencer can make you $1, how learning different ways on bringing in technology, engineering, or something in service, bringing in something, it kind of charges someone up. You like it. Someone was not show a lot of empathy in their life. It's like you're someone who's been bound. And you're feeling like you've been bound for too long here. There's difficulties that you have overcame, that you came through. And I feel like most of them difficulties came from you having to be on that damn screen. And the being on that screen, it kind of was the devil advocate in a way. Because it pushed you, it tortured you. It helped you gain some things in that moment for your next step here. And there's someone who just wants to feel belong. There's someone who just wants to feel part of the influential life here. 1717 on the clock there. And you've been feeling like you've been unprepared. You've been feeling like you've been needing to try too much. Maybe for someone, your voice, you feel like your voice is not loud enough, or your voice is not heard or hasn't been heard in the past. So how would it be heard in the current moment? It's like someone has been unpaired and feeling like they've been unprepared for this next stage in their life. And you could also have been like intimidated by this, like through family members. You could have came from a family where, that was not a main priority in back then in your family home, where you decided to change the new leaf here. You decided to go into the engineering service or technology service or something in that area. You decided to do something out of the norm that your family taught you, or something that your family were raised up as. For somebody, you haven't taken that ticket of taking the next step in your family business as well. You didn't want to do that. You wanted to brief off and do something different. Page of Pentacles. And there's people, there's family members, like you're always constantly hearing some things like sad news. This is not going to pay the right amount that you need in order for you to make it as a millionaire or multimillionaire. You have to follow the rules. There's no way that you can live this luxury lifestyle and feel as though you can't follow the rules, And you've been in that area for so long. You've been following the rules. You've been doing what you were taught up and brought up to do. You've been following that. And you haven't broke the rules. But you're coming to a point where now you're like, I'm ready to use my human abilities to charge some things up in my life where I don't have to be charging up all the time. I don't have to be the one that everyone depends on. I don't have to be at that damn desk on a regular basis. I don't have to be. I'm trying to figure out some things, and I know for sure I can travel and get paid. I know for sure I can put a smile on my face and get paid. I know for sure I can get some food and not sit at a desk at lunchtime when my stomach is growling on someone else's clock. And I know I can charge my own abilities up. I know I can be that person every day where I get behind that desk, my own desk, on my own time and my own flexible time and my own schedule here when I want to, on a beautiful day or not a beautiful day. But you know that you can do it. You know that. You've been held down for a while. You know, they've been mentally exercising you. They've been mentally, messing up your head, telling you what to do, how to do it, and when and as you should do it. But you know you can't take no more. You can't take any more. This is like a major crisis in someone's life. This has been constantly going on, like through a lot of activities. You've been trying a lot of, there's someone that likes science. There's someone who likes to travel. There's someone who's just likes to write. You like to put your thoughts out on paper here. You like to journal for some of you guys here. You like to connect with the nature of life, and to connect with other people, their culture, their stories, their history, and what they know. Because as we're here on earth, even as specialists, if you are on a podcast or you are a tarot reader or you're someone big and important, because we all are in some form of fashion here, that you already know that being in the spotlight of things isn't easy. Being in the spotlight of things isn't easy here. And learning, it's going to take all of our life. We will always continually have to learn something. And that's the greatest thing in life. That's the beauty in life. That's the important thing in life here. As we gain wisdom. As we get older, we can get gifts. We can give others. We can teach others, And you don't want to be stuck behind your parents or your family last name. This is the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. You want to step into your own light. Someone is stepping into a new account here as well here. And you're like a tin hut. You're doing something that's prospering. Or you will be doing something that's prospering. And I'm here to tell you, honey, as you move up the ladder here, it gets lonely. And people envy you. People are envying you now. Very jealous. Someone's moving from their illusion life here, lifestyle, but it's almost like people have an illusion on you. I'm sorry, guys. Well, we might not have to. I ain't gonna substitute it. I already put a big order in. Sorry, guys. The kids is here. Yeah. We didn't learn that we won't be substituted into our own agony of getting in line and not doing getting in line and not doing things the way that people say that you have to do. For a lot of you guys here, like the way you belong and where you want to belong and how you want to belong, it's your say so. It's your say so. Okay? And you're not having it. But you look like with the swords, you look like you are sick and tired of that state of mind for some of you. Sick and tired of going on a matrix lifestyle, you know, doing a matriarchal things here. I mean, patriarchal things here. The Nine of Pentacles. So this is accomplishments. This is certitude. Ooh. Nine of Pentacles. Move this up. Oh, okay. I didn't put this over here. This supposed to be over here. Someone just wants to feel safe. Someone just wants to feel safe in their success. Someone just wants to feel safe in their accomplishments. And feel that certitude energy. You want to feel like you belong here. Your presence is known here on earth. And when you leave up out of here, your name will be recognized. Three of Cups here. No matter what, you're wanting to leave some things behind for your family, for your kids, for your grandkids. Even for those who love you, that might not even be connected, you know, because we have street family. We're now moving into connecting with other family tribes that we were not born and raised into, and leaving those that we were born and raised to, you know, and meeting them in the next chapter, you know. But as you're moving to your next chapter, we're not taking everyone. Everyone is not coming and being around because you have grown. You're moving to a new stage in your life for some of you guys here. And your garden is looking to be, you know, watered. Nine of Cups. Page of Cups. It looks like your garden will be watered. Because there's that Nine of Cups. That's success. You have taken advantage of your situation. And you will be feeling more satisfied. There's satisfaction that's here. There's satisfaction that's here in this reading here. Through your mistakes. Through the blood. Through the sweat. Through the nights. Where, you know, you have rubbing palms, but no reinsurance or nothing that showed you that you were on the right track. So you might have got discouraged in a way here, you know. There's someone has put in an application, or you're tired of putting in applications. Are you maybe moving into putting on more applications because you're not satisfied in your position that you're in now for someone? If you're thinking about moving into a consultation, getting a consultation, that's definitely coming out here for someone. You've been getting readings, or people have been getting consultations on you, or you've been wanting to get a reading for a while, and maybe this is definitely giving you confirmation tonight here of your situation. But you don't have to be you don't have to be perfect. Your imperfections is what is needed in this course of time here. Your imperfection is what is your tool. Through the mistakes that you have came through, that you have learned upon, that you will be going through. It's like it was necessary. There's someone has learned their negotiation skills. You've been negotiating. Negotiating how to get through this, on trying to figure out how to find something, to figure out something here. You've been trying to attach yourself to something as well for someone. And there's people that has been attaching themselves to you, maybe it's in a seductive way, for somebody, and trying to come in and get your work, trying to, come in and seduce you on your next moves. That can be particular for someone here. We have the High Priestess. What did I tell you, love? You're very passionate on what you do here, and your physical appearance shows it. People that calls you conceited. Maybe you have kept the surface level conversation for others that you don't trust, and they feel like you are like surface level, or they feel like for someone you have surface level knowledge, but you really have the opposite, especially with this High Priestess here. Somebody are trying to open up their own distribution here, and I think that's an excellent thing to do. We have the Star card. Yeah, didn't I tell you, you're very bright, and people think you're arrogant and impulsive, but it's definitely the opposite. Maybe your pictures may come off that way. Maybe because you go to work and you don't hang out with other people, or you don't pick up the phone, or you don't give them what they needed. It's like they think that you are hardcore here, like you're a hard person. Nothing can bother you in a way here. We have the Four Wands, but it was upside down. So this is once upon a time, I feel like you're wanting to move and start up a new life in a country, or maybe you're coming from the country, or you live in some form of country and you just decided to just live that country life, and it's peaceful for you, and you've been remaining honest, you've been remaining still, you've been remaining loyal to where you moved, how you move. You've been lonely. I think you're a loner. I think you're just a loner, and people not knowing what you're doing, who you're with, how you're making it work, what your finances is looking like, how you're making it by being an influencer for some of you. And you're like, bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. Bye. I'm going to keep smiling and taking my pictures because I am embellished. I am it, and it is me, And I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Keep doing you, okay? Keep doing you. Because people are going to talk regardless. People's going to look at you regardless. People are going to have their own opinion about you regardless, especially when you're doing good. And as you guys are moving up and leveling up in your life, of course, they want you to be wrapped up in their fingers behind their fingers, or when they snap and tell you to move or go. Of course, they want you to be that. Of course, they want you to, be involved in the family business, and, not see the first person, because you may be the first person in your family. You may be the first person in your community. I just heard here. You're someone who is the first person in your community who's elevated, who's in that spot, who's moving to that particular flow here of energy. And others see you as like the charger, coming through the community, having a lot of noise, or someone's raising noise in someone's community or something. I feel like someone's been driving past your house, trying to get your attention. That may be Pacific for someone. You've eliminated the noise, or you will be someone. will be like in their own protege, or is their own protege here. You know, you're sturdiest. You are your own gentleman. You are your own lady. And you carry a lot of morals, ethical morals and standards. So you do things your way. You're very directed in your business area. You're trying to be consistent in what you do here. Change as the solar systems change, as the planets change within you, around you. But your taste speaks for itself, whoever's doing something. You're wonderful at what you do. You may move very seductively, or on your picture show some things that, that's very sexual, and people are charged up by it. Or however you appear, people are charged up by it. It could be in a good way or a bad way. But I feel like there's people around you that feels like you may be artificial, or maybe you've been watching people as an influencer that's very artificial for someone to hear, and you're not knowing how to, or you're wanting to be as real on social media, as an influencer. You want to be as honest as you can, or you not show the things that you do not have, but show up as the realest self for some of you guys. And on the other hand, it's like you've been, Spirit is saying for some of you, you're about to wake up to not be hidden. I don't want to say that word because I feel like it's too harsh. From out of the illusion, I would say. Thinking that, all it takes for you is to focus on being an influencer, or all it takes for you is to focus on doing this one particular thing. And it may come in fast. The currency may come in fast. And I'm here to tell you that not all the time on these social media things. It definitely takes time for you to gain any certain type of funds or any ignition or anything. It takes time for sure. So I figured we would jump into our healing card to leave out with the healing message, guys. And close out with that, because we all need healing during this time. And I'll take 2. So we have wisdom. Okay. So it says, God has a plan for you. I live here now knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. I'm sorry, y'all, I still have a cold, like a chest cold. So if I'm talking funny, forgive me. Please forgive me. I learn from my experiences, take small steps in faith, and succeed. Thanks to all my efforts. That's you. I can definitely say that's you. And that's a healing message for someone. I feel like you've been taking necessary steps for your and trying to get the effort that pays out here. You've been taking small steps here, and you've been standing in faith on doing that. But things has not been succeeding as you would like it to be. But it's like your efforts is about to be paid off through your wisdom. We have divine light. It says, I am an expression of love, and I shine like the sun. My inner light is my strength and my treasure, and my intuition guides me to discover the wonder and goodness of who I am. So hold on to that. Know that you are a diviner. Know that you are connected, and your divine light is moving to more of expression. You will be able to express that because, listen, you shine already like the sun. And your intuition for some of you guys are about to guide you and discover who you are, the wonderful and good things that you carry. And you've been carrying that within you. That light has been shining so bright within you, and it's like you're trying to make that light come externally. And you're moving, for some of you, you're moving to do so. So keep charging up. Keep doing what you've been doing. I see major things ahead for you here. Like I said, your abundance is showing here as you're holding the bird here. So your success definitely is ringing in the ears, is ringing in the universe. Projects ahead for most of you guys. Especially as you sitting at this desk, maybe you're moving from becoming an influencer to moving to become more proactive in your Zoom meetings, okay? Charged up in your Zoom meetings, charged up in your projects, charged up in your business, charged up as a freelancer here. So I congratulate you guys on that, on your movements down as you're unbranching your pathway. And as you're on this new journey and moving into 2026, the year of number 1. So this is your first start, your new start, your reset, your restart coming back at you. All right. I'm so happy for you. I will see you on the next one. Peace, light, and love. Namaste.